on, but is the prey something else? Fox 4's Richard.
This is what we learn from. This is how we can get new.
For the latest chapter in a series we run from time to time called the Tex Files, Texas mysteries worthy of X-Files plots.
Well, this time we are headed to the river bottoms of northeast Texas with a group of men who call themselves the Texas Bigfoot Research Center. Just before dark,
We'll stick to the creek.
in the thick underbrush, a wild and remote section of northeast Texas.
This is slick over here.
Dressed in khaki, armed with flashlights and cameras, sidearms just in case. A small group of men goes in search of a giant, hairy, and elusive creature, the stuff of legend. These men are determined to find a Texas Bigfoot.
It's a mixture of black plums, fish-flavored cat food, mackerel.
They call themselves Bigfoot field researchers. On overnight outings, they'll often put out bait.
Smelly stuff. Nasty.
Position infrared cameras with motion and heat detectors.
That should be dead. Anything coming down the trail.
It works from the light of starlight, moonlight.
Scan the woods with special scopes and record whatever wild sounds the nighttime yields. On occasion, they say, an eerie four-tone wail that chills all who hear.
The tape doesn't do the sound any justice.
Real close, real loud. I mean, I can't even describe how loud it was.
And sometimes their search will yield a footprint, a smaller version of what like-minded researchers often discover in the Pacific Northwest.
I believe it's a subspecies of the Pacific Northwest animals.
Luke Gross and Craig Woolheater are co-founders of the Texas Bigfoot Research Center.
To date, it's the best gas that I've ever taken.
September 2001, at a church in Jefferson, Texas, the true believers gathered for what they called the first annual Texas Bigfoot Conference.
I have found their tracks, I have found their hair, I have listened to their vocalizations. More than any of that, I've seen one. You think about the girth of that arm, the mass of the body.
Rand Trusty saw his Bigfoot on a hunting trip in the Northwest. Craig Woolheater on a moonless night along a highway in Louisiana.
We saw something tall, about 7 foot tall, kind of grayish, kind of slumped over.
Luke Gross encountered his on the porch of his mother's home in rural Texas.
It stood in front of the door. It completely covered the door. And its head was above the door. We could not see the head.
A lot of folks will tell you it's just backwood tales, but there is a historical record of Bigfoot sightings in this area that date back to at least 1969, with a real rash of reports in about 1978, all in the Sulphur River bottoms of northeast Texas, north of Commerce and Sulphur Springs. Such sightings are commonplace, especially in the Pacific Northwest. This father and his children encountered a large, hairy beast in the woods of Oregon.
I had a lot of fear at that time, and I was very scared for my family. I was feeling very vulnerable, like I couldn't protect them.
These hunters saw theirs in the swamps of Louisiana, along with tracks and fur.
Had about 150-pound hog laid in his arm dead.
But when the local sheriff investigated, it turned out one of the hunters is the son of a man who pulled a hoax with fake Bigfoot prints 25 years earlier. And the fur, that turned out to be cow's hair. The most famous evidence of all has recently been called into question, a grainy film taken in 1967. Some claim that frame-by-frame computer enhancement reveals a zipper on the back of the purported Bigfoot. To date, there is no concrete evidence that Bigfoot really exists. The first question skeptics always ask is, why has there never been a body found?
It's hard to say. That's one of the questions that is hard to answer.
Nothing short of a body will convince everyone, and some Bigfoot hunters are out to shoot one, but not this bunch. Theirs is a quest to capture one on videotape or film, and to keep trying until they do.
It's my passion. It's my passion. I can't think of anything else that I'd rather do.
Just the unknown.
Yeah, absolutely. It is the unknown.
The thrill of the unknown.
If you are interested in the work of the Texas Bigfoot Research Center, you can call them at 214-826-5050. Or check out the story on our website, kdfwfox4.com. Click on News and navigate to the Tex Files. Well, a city in India...